everybody. Welcome back to Clara's News Channel. So glad you decided to stop by and see what I am putting up for debate today. Well, what I'm putting up, well, let me just say this too. If you stop by my channel and you really say that this might be a place where I fit in, where you can talk about issues, don't always have to agree, but you always need to be respectful to me and in the comments. And you're welcome to push back. If this is, if you feel like you fit in here, subscribe. Subscribe and hit the notification bell so you'll know when I upload, and give me a thumbs up to help me with the algorithm. All right, since we have that over, for some reason, I'm not talking today, but anyway, um, we have two things to discuss. One is that Steve Bannon went to jail today, which is almost like Christmas. And the Supreme Court handed down its decision on immunity when it comes to the presidency. And it is scary times for me. I'm speaking for me. It's very scary times. I don't think a president should be immune from anything. Immunity means that you are above the law. A president should not be doing anything that is breaking the law. It came down in the usual split, the six conservative justices against the three um, liberal judges. And the Judge Sotomayor is the one that did the consenting brief. And she pretty much, spelled it out. We are on the road to hell if Donald Trump becomes president, because the way that the Supreme Court set it out is so vague, saying if he does it in a, how did they put it? As part of his job, you know, uh, then it's legal. He has immunity. And if it's not, then he doesn't have immunity. He should not have immunity at all. A president should not be immune to anything. He should not be breaking the law. So basically, they're saying is the president can break the law, and if he does it within the capacity of what they feel that is, part of his job, then he cannot be prosecuted for it. We are in dark times. And that's why I get so irritated with people when they don't understand the seriousness of where we're at. And they want to talk about a third party. They want to talk about Joe. Joe didn't come over and babysit their kids. I don't know what these people are saying. He ain't done anything for me. What do you want him to do for you? Babysit your kids? Put gas in your car? What are we talking about here? Because if you look at his policies, he's done a lot for the whole. But it's as if, and that irritates me. It seems like a Republican president doesn't have to do anything for anybody. But a Democratic president has to come over, go shopping for you, fill your fridge up, put gas in your car. You know what I'm saying? It says, and babysit your kids. Or you don't feel like he's done anything for you. It is the most ridiculous thing I have ever experienced. And we are suffering from the same thing that happened with Hillary. They was just like, what's she gonna do? And da da da. Well, she could have gave us 3 Supreme Court justices that wouldn't have us in this situation that we're in now. That's what she could have did. And Biden is just holding his finger in the dike. We might get 2 out of him. I doubt it because they'll hold on. 2 of the Supreme Court justices are in their 80s, I think. Clarence Thomas and what is his name? Alito. I don't know. Don't know. It seems like people just lose their mind and their focus when we are in a presidential year, and it drives me bananas. Look how they did that debate. You had a man standing up there spewing lie after lie after lie with 34 felonies, and Joe lost his train of thought, and the whole focus was on Joe losing his train of thought. The New York Times and the Washington Post, he needs to be replaced. He needs to. Are you kidding me? Are you effing kidding me? And some Democrats participating in that nonsense is so irritating. I made a video about how Democrats need to fall in line. Republicans fall in line behind anything that has an R before its name or behind its name. Look what it's falling in lockstep with. Look what it is falling behind. A 34 count convicted felon or R that's been established by his peers in court that he did that. And they falling in line, making excuses, justifying every aspect of his nonsense, his thievery, his grifting, his criminality. Falling in line. But we can't fall in line behind Joe, who sometimes loses his train of thought. I am much younger than Joe. I have said this so many times. I lose my train of thought. It is a natural process of getting older. But it doesn't mean that you're not competent. It just means that sometimes you lose your train of thought. I am not good with names at all. Everybody, I have to write names down in order to remember who they are if they're not in my day to day. But does that mean I have Alzheimer's or I have dementia? Of course not. It means I'm not a detailed person. This has been happening since I was young. I'm not detail oriented. I'm more of a big picture person. And I have learned to accept that, so I adjust to it. Joe loses train of thought. He adjusts to it. He has plenty of people around him to help him get back on track. But you're gonna stand there and ignore the felon, the R, and the grifter and the liar and the person who initiated the siege upon the Capitol, the insurrection, the insurrection. You're gonna ignore all of that and focus on Joe who lost his train of thought. Give me a break. Dana Bash and Jake Tapper The New York Times and the Washington Post. Give me a break. Give me a break. We are in dire straits here. And these people, these news medias, are playing it like it was back in 2016. Like they don't even know this person. They are doing the same thing that they did last time. All right, let's talk about Steve Bannon going to, well, like I said, if you disagree with what I said, you can, leave a comment. But I feel as Democrats, we need to fall in line. That's one thing that irritates me about being a Democrat. Democrats always want to talk and they want to look at the different, well, we did that. We already done found the option. The option has been here. We have the option. It's Joe. They always want to twiddle their thumbs and he and her, and instead of just falling in line. That is the reason why Democrats have such a hard time getting elected. It's because we need to fall in line. Like the Republicans. The Republicans will fall in line behind a hot dog if he has an R behind his name. We need to fall in line behind Joe. I will fall in line behind Joe's dead body. I will fall in line behind Joe's dog Major. I will fall in line with a picture of Joe. I will fall in line if Joe is governing and presently in the nursing home instead of living in the White House. I will fall in line. We need to fall in line as Democrats because this is why we are in the situation that we are in. I can't even tell you how frustrated I was. How frustrated I've been this past few days with Democrats. Heeing and hawing and, you know, give me a break. Joe is our man, and we're sticking beside him. I'm sticking beside him. All right, let's talk about Steve Bannon going to prison today. It was like Christmas to me. I love seeing justice, the hand of justice, come down on someone who deserves it. He did everything he could not to go in, but he had to go. And who was there with him? Marjorie Taylor Greene. But the beautiful thing about it was, and it brought a little tear to my eyes, was the hecklers. They were, they was not about the BS. And Marjorie Taylor Greene said, "Here we are. Where are the Democrats? Where are the Democrats? Well, the Democrats are right there with you, yelling at you, telling you that you're a traitor." Those people who are yelling at you, beating the drum, and making sure that nobody hears the words that are coming out of your mouth because they're heckling you, those are the Democrats. That's them. They right there. Turn around. They there. Yeah, she was there. Well, where is the Democrat? They the ones who are calling you bad built beach body, bleach blonde, bad built beach body. That's the Democrats. They were there, right there with you, right beside you. Couldn't you tell when they were heckling the heck out of you? And Steve Bannon wanted to play the eternal victim. Oh, everybody is coming, everybody's going to jail. Everybody on our side, MAGA, they trying to put MAGA in jail. Well, MAGA needs to stop breaking the law. You can't break into the Capitol of the United States and defecate on the floor and spread it on the walls and relieve yourself in the corner of our seat of power and not expect people to have an issue with it and not be against the law. But his problem was that um, his problem was that he gave the finger to the Senate January committee subpoena. He thought he could do that. These MAGAs always want say they're law abiding and they love the law, except when it start applying to them. They don't want the law to have nothing to do with them. They want to be able to break the law as as they will. But for everybody else, we need to abide by the law or we go to jail. But not them. But today, Mr. Steve Bannon did. And it said, let's see what it says. It said former Trump advisor Steve Bannon surrendered on Monday to law enforcement to begin his 4-month sentence for attempt of Congress. He entered the Federal Corrective Institute in Danbury, Connecticut, shortly before noon to begin serving his sentence. The Supreme Court had on Friday denied Bannon's request, and he was able to go all the way up to the Supreme Court like uh he was on death row or something. They even did shenanigans in the Congress trying to keep him from going to prison. So I know he is not having a good day, and I love that for him. All right, y'all, my battery's about to go out. If you disagree with anything I said, if you agree with anything I said, hit me up in the comments. We'll get a debate going. I cannot wait until we're able to have lives, a live that we can talk to each other and we can debate one on one. All right, thank you for coming. And remember, subscribe, hit the notification bell, give me a thumbs up. See you later. Bye.